Hi, good morning. This is Aaron. I'm the Chief Executive Officer and founder for 28 Games. I'm also the Senior Marketing Director for the new Grand Theft Auto reboot. Let me make that very clear, not Grand Theft Auto Rockstar's franchise. Grand Theft Auto the reboot. I have just been informed that Take-Two Interactive Software, Mr. Zelnick, has spoke in the regard of the unilateral executed contract in the amount of $6 billion that was executed on December the 20th, 2024. That they are in the process of coordinating that, making that happen. If that is indeed true, I would say thank you so much to all the people involved, the key people involved. This has been a very rough situation for me since the passing of my father back in 2019. Conditions deteriorated in my household. My mother and my sister taking care of her, and everything like that. This is undoubtedly something that really shocked me. The fact that, other than the fact that because I've been putting up these little concepts on my YouTube account, as Mr. Zelnick alluded to, made mention of the J.P. Morgan Chase check, the not real checks, but concepts, one in the amount of $10 million, the other in the amount of $6 million, and just watching the feedback that it has, the traffic that it has, gotten. And the shocking thing to me is that the $6 million one has 36 views, and the $10 million one had 2 views. So there's obviously more. To me, it seems like that's more of the point of interest, and that's what could be monetarily happening. I hope that it is. I don't think, obviously, it wouldn't be a lump sum of $6 million, but it'd be more annuitized. Translating to the future sales of Grand Theft Auto Online. That's how I articulate it. That's how I translate it. But it's very shocking to me that Take-Two it shocked me. It really did shock me that they're willing and they're not going to pull any punches or proceed with anything illegal or anything like that. To be honest with you, I think that it is that way because they have been informed of my backstory. I think if you didn't have my backstory and I just said, hey, I want to make, can you give me, it's not, because it's not like that. It's not like that. I'm not just going up to this big company saying, hey, can you give me $6 million? Can you give me $10 million? Give me $6 million? No, because that's not how it works. And I realize that and I acknowledge that. And I think a lot of people are not going to understand. Well, of course they're not going to understand this because people are people. At the end of the day, people, you do what you got to do. Desperate times call for desperate measures. I am in a bad situation right now with my family, and I'm worried about many things other than my grandmother, who has stage 3 colorectal cancer, as well as a boatload of other things that are going on. I am worried about my mother's health because she has those issues that are very prevalent on her side of the family, issues in the rectal area, just personal issues like that. So I am just trying to do my part, what I think is right, what I hope is right. Again, people are going to come on, they can come on here on my YouTube account and just accuse me, say things like this, oh, you're not a senior marketing director, everything like that. Well, with all due respect, I can't say I really give a shit at this time, and I do apologize for how that is being presented, how I present that. I want to be professional, but I'm real. Okay, I have waited a very long time for this, and it's just the sooner the better, because tomorrow isn't guaranteed. You don't know what's going to happen. And an interesting conversation I had with my mother today, who I transport everywhere. I'm a chauffeur. I take her to work and, stuff like that. She was saying, I don't want to do it on my own and die. I said, no, you're not going to die. You're not going to die. You're going to, you're going to be fine. Because I always encourage her. I encourage her. I support her. I worry about her because she does have mental illness. She was brainwashed by a psychic medium by the name of Jill, who's in freaking Florida now. Put all this crap in her head. She paid this woman $90 to give her readings and all this tarot card crap and everything like that. Which I just have a really bad opinion of now because I've had a negative experience. When you have a negative experience with something, you're just not going to look at it in a positive light anymore. So, yeah, with my mother, I worry about her. She and one of the reasons why I want to do this because of how she is, and she has these propensities to be very deceptive, to lie, and to hide her problem. And I do think that she needs a guardian and should have guardianship eventually, so that I can have a chance to have my own life. Because as it stands right now, I literally can't have my own life. I know that's hard to understand, but my life revolves around my mother. I take her everywhere. She has no driver's license. She doesn't like to depend on other people because of the nature of her mental illness, psychosis, which she was said to have been diagnosed with bipolar, type 1 bipolar with psychosis features, which she says she doesn't have, and taking medication therapy, which she doesn't do anymore. I believe she does, based on the fluctuations of her mood, and her emotionality isn't stable. She's all over the place. So, looking at this, why I'm doing this, and why I had to do this, and why I'm obviously grateful for the key people that are going to make this happen. If I get the key people right, it's Carl Sladoff, who is the president of Take-Two Interactive Software, Laney Goldstein, who is the chief finance officer, and you have Mr. Zelnick himself as the CEO. I think that Mr. Zelnick knows a little bit about me. He's very, very busy, obviously, but since he came out and started doing what he did with, Connor Bethune, it does seem like he does make time for other things, so maybe he knows a little bit more. There's some other people that, speaking specifically to my YouTube channel, I got 300 subscribers on there right now. Speaking of who I think those people are, I have a pretty general idea who I think they are. They're obviously big fans of mine, but I'm pretty sure. Pardon me. So sorry. Life's crazy. Life's really, really crazy. So, yeah. Apologize for that. I'm going balls to the wall, doing a whole bunch of things here, there, everything like that. I'm a vlogger. I do journal entries. I've been helping out Rockstar Games with basically this whole idea that we're going to Vice City. We're going back to Vice City. The main characters, Jason and Lucia. It's Leonetta, parody of Miami, Florida. Obviously, a modern Vice City. Going up with concepts and, supporting these artists and everything like that. Just giving everybody, like I said in my previous interview here, the 28 treatment. As Mr. Zelnick did say, I'm very proud of my position, 28 games. I think it is a platform. It has given me a brand. It's given me something to be very proud of. I also think it's given me something to help me take my mind off grief. What's going on with my mother, what's going on with our house right now, which is kind of facing foreclosure. We got these debt snakes after us. They're trying to take our house. They're second in line because we already had our first mortgage squared out last year with an attorney and a housing authority that came in and took care of that. We can't have that help this time. So my mother is personal, or his mom as I call her in my journal entries and blogs, Project Alive. She's worried. She's nervous. I don't want her to be that way. I feel very bad for her. And this is not more as, I think, as I see it, it's not just so much a reward, but it's more of financial leverage and financial aid, because that's when when it comes down to it, the biggest type of aid that people need is going to be financial. It's going to be money. Here's the thing. When people have a lot of money, people like to get money, right? But when it comes time they have to help someone or pay something, they don't want to get rid of it. People can like to get money, but they don't like to see the money go. And it's just the nature of the world and how people are now, which I don't necessarily like. I wish things could be kind of more like the 90s, where which is better, to be honest with you. Way better than what we got now, even though I like tech and all that, but it's just my personal opinion. So, yes, I am very grateful for, if this is indeed what's happening. I'm just going by what I'm hearing. Playing the weight game. And I think that, for Rockstar Games, they're pretty happy with what I did too. I hope so. I'm not just saying like I'm the only person doing this, but it takes a lot of balls to do, to ask a multi-billion-dollar company, and then to have the respect to hear from the parent company, Take Two, just to support me and say, we're going to help you and all that. It does show that there are some good people left in this world, which there are. There are. That's a subjective thing, obviously, but there's still good people left in this world. I'm very grateful, very fortunate, especially taking care of my sister in the last few years and all the bumps in the road that have happened and the blessings I've got that I count every single day. So again, I would say thank you, Mr. Zelnick. I do appreciate it very, very much. I'm looking forward to going forward with this. You know, Obviously the contract's on. I mean, I got the I printed it out. I got a copy of it. And I know. This is just something that I personally think was in the running to happen. I think it was going to happen all together, and I just kind of came in there and said, "Look, I want to build this up. I want to, I want to do work. I want to do my part. I do want to make it look like I've earned it. So, I've done all this. I've created my own little story. I basically am doing Rockstar's job for him. Made a Grand Theft Auto 6. Got a logo for it. I had a great artist that made a main logo. Thank you to Dalton for doing that. I'm just grateful. I got blessings to count. I'm gonna count my blessings every day. I'm gonna do what I have to do. I'm gonna be here, be the founder CEO of 28 Games, and try to hopefully inspire people with what I'm doing. People will come onto my YouTube, look at my content, like, what the hell is all this, man? Are you, you are you nuts? I mean, what are you doing? And there's always gonna be people like that don't understand. People hate the things that they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? So I am looking forward to this. I appreciate everyone making it happen for me, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do and keep moving forward. Because at the end of the day, the only way forward's forward. Gotta be forward thinking. All right, thank you so much for your time. I do appreciate it. Have a good day.